sit back and contemplate, why is this so important? What is going on here? You know, what would change? Anyway.
Thank you, Double. Another interesting perspective. Chris.
Hey, what's going on, Gary?
Hey, Chris.
Hold on, let me start at this. Hey, Meryl, I do apologize. And me calling you honey is a sign of endearment, not a sign of disrespect. Your backlog of the information. Oh, 1 second. You all right? No, just sprinted past me. Well, the backlog to the information you gave actually was important. I just understand that we've heard it a million times before, and it's probably going to be kind of. It just sounds repetitive. It sounds like, because you never even gave your take on what the actual situation was, which, again, your choice, not mine to dictate how you speak. All right. Gary, how are you today?
Chris, I'm well. How are you?
Yeah, as a man, I had to apologize to Meryl, even though I still feel like she filibustered the time. It's her time. So
everybody gets angry with Meryl.
Hey, remember just yesterday when I told you I'm tired of those conversations, Gary, and we got to figure out how to keep things fresh, but I do understand them. Remember that conversation just yesterday, about 24 hours ago?
Yes.
Gary, this is when you always prove me that you're doing something right. Because we got back to what I feel is important to society. And it is a repetitive conversation about Jeffrey Epstein and why the President of the United States decides none of this is informative to anybody anymore after he told his base, specifically his base, not me. I'm not his base. I am a United States citizen, but I am not his base. He told his base specifically, when I get in that White House, we're going to clean out that swamp. We're going to get those bad guys that did those terrible things to those little girls immediately. First thing on the agenda, we're going to get them. That and deporting those immigrants. So now we're here again. Now we're here at the time where the president gets to tell everybody, there's nothing there to see. I went through the information. You all know it. I know it. If you don't believe what I'm saying, you're an idiot. You're stupid. Do I think he's protecting himself? I don't know, Gary. Do I think, as the last guy Double stated, that he's protecting the wealthy people around him and maybe it's easier to have a little leverage over them doing it this way? Hey, Gary, I don't know. If I'm not like Jason, I believe, well, you know, it's probably best we keep all the information tucked away until after his term because it could just tear down the country. Fine. If that's the terrible logic you think that we should protect pedophiles, I don't want to say the word, I don't know the logic, and I know that one guy is in here, or what he was in here recording, but you know what I mean. The P word. If I feel like we need to protect them just so we can have some sense of status quo that we no longer actually carry in this country, hey, as long as that makes you able to sleep at night, you believe what you want to. Let's get to the question. The question is, should Congress release the Epstein files? Yes, we all agree. We all should agree. We all should agree it shouldn't take a minute longer, a day later, or a second too fast, or a second too slow, excuse me. Because those little girls, who are now women, are still sitting around watching their abuser get rich, their abuser stay under the radar, their abuser have to face any justice. Those little girls could be your children, snatched away from your house, leaving school, going to school, sent to a place she has no clue about, trained and tailored by a woman who has only tactics in her life is to make sure the man that she's serving enjoys the pleasure that your child who was kidnapped has now have to give. Working a summer job, and now your daughter from that summer job is being hit on by millionaires, offered gifts, and now she's being taken advantage of on someplace you don't see her anymore. Again, if we're going to continue to try to protect these guys, just say that in your opening monologue, in your analysis conversation. Everybody seems to have analysis. Nobody has an opinion anymore. In your analysis conversation, just say, you know what? I don't want him to lose. And I'm speaking of Donald. I don't want him to lose in this situation. So we'll just protect the pedophiles. Because that's what we're doing when we don't bring justice for those women. Those girls are now women. Imagine that. Imagine your daughter having to do 10 years of having some type of sexual abuse from somebody that's not in your family also, a stranger, a wealthy man, a man you probably could not touch if you had the opportunity to. And now he gets an additional 10 to 15 years. And now he gets an additional 3 to 6 months. He gets an additional 2 or 3 days. He gets an additional week of freedom. Because the public's parties that we chose decided it's easier to protect them than it is to protect your children. It's amazing. It's amazing to witness. I did not see what happened today. I knew it was coming. I watched something just yesterday, and they spoke about having those women on the steps at 10:30. I was asleep this morning, but I plan on watching it the moment I get off here, because I want to see the women who have finally spoken up about something that the American people are trying to be taught to forget about. They're trying to teach us to forget about it in real time. Yeah, I can't say the president has done anything wrong outside of what he's currently doing. Trying to belittle a fact that we all know are facts. I don't know if he touched girls. I know he's a creep. We've all seen evidence of that. He's been liable for that. I don't know if he likes little women, little girls, excuse me, not little women, little girls. But I'm watching him actively try to move the goalposts so little girls don't get justice. I'm watching him move the goalposts so rich, wealthy men don't have to face prosecution that they deserve. So maybe he's not on the Epstein files as some type of participant, but now he's participating at the highest of levels. And that's going to hinder, again, I said this the last time we talked about Epstein, and I thank you, Gary, for also, like I told you last time, you said it, when it hits the news cycles again, hey, it'll probably be back on the stage, and it did. So I commend you for that, because there's a lot of people that's still scared to have this conversation. And I'm not a Democrat or Republican at this point. I'm an independent. I voted Democrat the last election because they had the best options for us. And that's why you see the mug in my PTR. Because you had a choice. We all had a choice. The choice was right there for you. You could say, oh, I didn't like her policies, but you didn't know the other guy's policies outside of immigration and Epstein files. Now he's doing great with the immigration, even though he's harassing everybody. And now we're watching him duck out on the Epstein files. So he's 50-50 right now. But the last candidate would have been better, and you would have been able to sleep a little bit better at night, regardless of how you feel about our international affairs. But the truth of the matter is, we're now watching them, and I mean them as the Republican Party. And shout out to Marjorie Taylor and the other few women that actually stood up for this. And I'm glad women stood up for this, because it would have been really sad if we watched some hands-made tale of women actually not wanting to stand up for women because of their color that they wear on their top. So I'm very honored to see women standing up for this. But I think it's time for the American people, and even the people in this room that find the opposite side of every argument to argue, to realize this is probably not the argument to have that argument with. Those women deserve justice, just like your child would deserve justice. Just like you wouldn't want any rich man to ever walk past your daughter and grope her with his eyes, regardless of how wealthy he is. And if you are that type of guy, then you're a terrible person. And I'm okay with saying that, because I would like to protect women. Hey, Gary, again, Meryl, can you come up with, if you are in here, I would like for you to come up with Mike so I can apologize to you.
Well, she heard you apologize. She's here on the stage. Thank you, Chris. Chris brings up
I don't need acknowledgement. I just need to get that off. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for doing that, by the way. I'm sure she appreciates it. I think Chris brings up a very interesting point, because I mentioned correctly that the president never specifically mentioned that he would go after Epstein. But he did, as Chris pointed out, repeatedly promise to go after pedophilias. He actually created, by, I think, executive order, some programs in the Justice Department during his first term of office. He later pledged to go after pedophile rings and traffickers. He did say in 2020 that he was, quote, saving the world from a satanic pedophile cult, close quote. Now, I don't know where we've ever seen publicly such evidence of a pedophilia cult verified than what we are seeing today with these women coming forward and with the convictions of Epstein and Maxwell. This is not a conspiracy theory that was just proved that a pizza restaurant near the White House had a secret tunnel and a dungeon where they were keeping children, so that when the Clintons ordered pizza, whatever they put on the order was code for what type of child they wanted sent over through a tunnel that extended from the pizza parlor to the White House. And as we all know now, that after that unfortunate man went to save the children, it was just a storage room and there was no basement and it was all made up. This is something that's not made up. This is something that's really happened. And yet the guy who claimed that he's going after saving us, not just going after, saving us from satanic pedophile cults, calls it a nothing burger, says it's a hoax. Again, contradiction. We are now at 6:01 p.m. Eastern time, so we will no longer be inviting people onto the stage, but we go into extra time to give everyone on the stage an opportunity to speak. And we now go to Yang.
Hi, Gary. I mean, at first, I really don't understand because, I mean, Trump's been in DC for 10 years. I mean, he knows how politics works, right? But then I kind of like sort of that. I think, I mean, eventually Trump and America want something, I mean, very similar, right? So they want to drain the swamp, they want to tear down this establishment. But I mean, in the mind of Trump, he's having a war with those people, right? So I mean, I agree. The previous guy saying like, this file is a leverage he has, which he can use them to control and fight against him. I mean, what he always say, like, you don't have cars, so why would you give up the cars to? For this battle, right? So I don't think it's personally about protecting himself. I mean, he's already committed villain for having sex with a porn star, right? I mean, how bad it can be compared with that, right? So I think I think from his mind, he's playing a longer game. I mean, he's in DC for 10 years. He knows how to play politics with those people. So he thinks this is a battle which obviously he can sacrifice for the ultimate purpose of eventually tear down the establishment. I mean, whether or not he will become a new establishment, we don't know. But right now, I think this is obviously why he's happened. I mean, in terms of why he is so against his base, I think two reasons. The first one is like, I mean, campaign and governing are very different things, right? During campaign, you can say those very, wishful, you got your wish list, right? But when you govern, you have to be very careful. You have to be very calculative about each steps about how to achieve that goals. I mean, for those, people who say, "Oh, release the file." I think, to be honest, for a lot of those congressmen, they may secretly hope that file not got released. They just want Trump to look bad, because I think they also have very strong connection with those rich people. It's only the fact because they know Trump can hold those Republicans for now, and then they can just blame Trump for not releasing the file. So I wouldn't give them credit for saying that release a file. I mean, from the Trump's perspective, I think he's confident that he has his base, so he can disobey his base a little bit, but it was his point. I mean, even during the peak of this like scandal, right? So I think his approval among America and the Republicans are still like, if not 100%, but 90 to 95%, right? So from a pure tactic perspective, he has his base, and he can disobey his base a little bit without losing too much support. Why give up a car and then not using his car to his advantage. It just doesn't make any sense. So I think basically what happened is he made a deal with a lot of those people, and he used this as a leverage to press them to do things that he need them to do. Maybe someone even in the Supreme Court, for example, maybe, we don't know. And now he has his tariff agenda. Maybe he's using this as one of the leverage. You never know, right? So there are so many things. I think from his perspective, he repeatedly say, let's focus on the big picture. So this is his agenda is a full market agenda. So he's using this tool to achieve ultimate goal. I think at the end of days, when he achieved his objective, then those leverages become a more of a political liability for him. He may release a file. Yeah, so that's what I think.
Thank you, Yang. Diogenes.
Yeah, some of you may be familiar with the work of Whitney Webb. She pointed out that, first and foremost, Jeffrey Epstein was a financial criminal. He dabbled in sex trafficking. An important distinction that we need to make moving forward is that pedophilia is a term that comes from psychology and is used to diagnose individuals who have an attraction or exhibit an attraction to minors 13 years or younger. There is no accusation that Ghislaine Maxwell or Jeffrey Epstein was involved with minors of that age. What they were in fact convicted of was crimes related to girls who were under the age of 18. This is not a defense, but it's important that we understand the definitions. Ultimately, it's ironic that we're talking about whether or not some files should be released that may or may not shed light on whether or not Jeffrey Epstein had ties to important individuals who are currently representing us and holding powerful and important positions, including top secret clearances in our government. In 2008, there was a tidal wave of fraud. Most of that fraud is right out in the open. Multiple people lied in testimony to Congress, which is perjury, it's a felony. And most of the large banks and financial institutions committed some kind of fraud. No one, not a single person has been prosecuted for that. Charges haven't been brought. Indictments haven't even been brought against those people. And so I do want to stress to listeners who are sitting here wringing hands and clutching pearls about whether or not some files should or should not be released and why Trump may or may not suddenly have reversed his position on this, that even if the files were released today, and the files said clearly these people were involved, which they won't, they couldn't. The so-called files could only ever be evidence. You wouldn't do anything about it. You, the public, won't do anything about it. You are all desperately hoping, some bolt from the blue, you're hoping that some evidence will suddenly be released and broadcast through all of your telephones. At the same time, you'll get a push notification that will tell you, guess what? Jeffrey Epstein was a pedophile. Not just someone who engaged in inappropriate grooming behaviors with women who worked for him, but he was actually a pedophile. And here's video evidence. Video evidence of him raping children. Now we're going to do something about it.
So how do you know what people in this room or in the general public are hoping for? You have no idea of knowing what I, Alan, Merrill, Howard, Scott, Dismal, David, and Jane are hoping for. So get off your high horse and make your commentary without trying to put words in the mouths of other people here, all of whom are very good at articulating their feelings and do not need your help to do so.
You don't need to be offended or defensive about this.
I am not being defensive about it. I am telling you that it is offensive to think that you are in a position to speak on behalf of these other people. If you want to ask people what they feel and what they hope will occur if these files are released, that's fine. But don't try to speak on their behalf. Speak on your behalf.
Sure, I'll rephrase. So ultimately, the public at large hopes and prays that someone else will handle everything. We don't need to go looking for bogeymen. We don't need to go looking for hidden evidence of felonies. Some of the most unjust things that have happened in recent history happened right out in the open, and they were financial crimes. They remain unprosecuted. There are no conversations about the failure to prosecute.
What does that have to do with this?
So if you're going to keep interrupting me,
I will, because I'm moderating, and I am moderating. And sometimes the moderation requires, when people fall off track, to redirect them. And so if I'm incorrect in me asking you to redirect, you can tell me so. But what does that have to do with this? Are you trying to throw in whataboutism to try to take us off the topic at hand? Or are you actually attempting to make a point that someone learn something from?
I don't understand. So let me help you understand, Gary. You are looking for bogeymen right now.
Okay, thank you very much for after I asked you to not speak on people's behalf, speaking on my behalf. Who the hell are you to tell me what I'm doing, what I am looking for? I just got through telling you, ask. Don't tell me what I'm looking for. And by the way, sir, since you tried to lecture us, by the way, Alan, you're next. Since you tried to lecture us on the definition of pedophilia, you are correct that in a medical sense, the term pedophilia refers to the desire to have sex with children younger than the age of the children or the young people who were victimized by Jeffrey Epstein and God knows how many other people. However, in the legal sense, which is all that matters here, if you review any of the statutes, go to any of the federal statutes, go to any of the state statutes, having sex with a minor who, under this definition of the statute in the jurisdiction involved, who is under the age of consent, exposes yourself to prosecution for pedophilia. So it is not a mischaracterization to call this a pedophile ring. But thank you for at least pointing out you are correct that in a medical sense, you are absolutely right. A person who doesn't commit a crime can be a pedophile if he has these kinds of desires to have sex with children. From a medical sense, that's true. And a person such as that could undergo psychiatric treatment without exposing himself or herself to prosecution. We're not talking about what's in the minds of people. We are talking about the actions of people and the legal definitions. But thank you for trying to change the topic. And unfortunately for you, you were unsuccessful. Alan.
Gary, your skill at moderating is something to just behold. Even when I disagree with you, I have so much admiration.
I agree.
For the way you handled that. Gary, I need to apologize to you. The day that you removed me from the stage, it actually was me. I was pretexting, and I will never do it again. I had worked out something with another one of your moderators who was not here at the time, which partially caused the problem, but I was doing a Nixon impression. And because I was trying to promote something else that I was doing. So I apologize for that. I think pretexting should be out of your room as well as mine, but that's yours to do. I was really inspired today by the autonomy these women showed in the press conference. They are going to take control of their situation regardless of what the president does, and that is great. And I think we should all recognize that the only way when you're powerless to have power is to just fucking take the power. I am not at all scared. Of course, I'm not really a Democrat. I'm actually a Republican in hiding, but I'm not at all scared that the Democrats are going to be found out in the Epstein files, because the Democratic Party is not a cult, unlike the Republican Party, which is a cult. And I'm not saying every Republican is a cultist, but clearly these women who are signing these petitions now, like Boebert and Green, sure, they need the cover, but it doesn't matter if they don't get the final signature. And so I think Mike Johnson is a coward, and I think he has demonstrated his lack of concern for America's women. And I think that if we get the full number of signatures, I'll have more respect for Boebert and Marjorie Taylor Greene. But right now, if you count noses, it doesn't really matter, right? Does that make sense?
Well, yeah, I really love your initial comment that you respect, and I didn't mention this, and I'm glad you did, because I was remiss for not making this observation. You respect the autonomy of these women who are taking control of the narrative and taking the control of their lives, and not waiting for Congress or waiting for the president to do the right thing. Their comment that, basically, F you, if you're not going to release the information, we'll compile our own list and try to stop us, because you can't, because we are too strong in numbers. And again, I just think it was terrific that several of the women, when they went to the microphone, called on other victims to step forward. And I bet some of them will. They may not publicly step forward, but I bet they contact that attorney. I hope they do. I pray they do. It'll be good for them if they can do anything to take control of their lives back, because when something like this happens, as several of the women pointed out, the therapy that they had to go under, part of their life is stripped away from them that will never be returned. Imagine if it was your daughter or my granddaughter, God forbid. They would change their personalities forever. These women are rising above one of the worst kinds of adversity anybody can experience, and bravo to them. And I'm glad you pointed that out. With regard to Mike Johnson, it's become abundantly clear in this case and in all the others that the one thing Mike Johnson wants more than anything else is to remain Speaker of the House. And so he would do whatever it takes to please the president, to ensure that the president not orchestrate a congressional coup to remove him, which by the new rules that the Republicans themselves established is a relatively easy thing to do now. So I think that's his motivation, and we should recognize that, and I'm glad you pointed that out as well, Alan.
I need to give Yossi part of the credit for reminding me of this thing. Also, no punishment for bad behavior is the new rule in the Republican Party. This whole crap about therefore the rule of law, sending people into Chicago, when the president himself was told by a court yesterday here in California that he had violated the law, and yet it doesn't matter because he's already done it, and we're past the time limit. So I think anytime the Republicans want to say that they are for the rule of law, we should just laugh their asses out of the room, because they've proven they're not. That's kind of my feeling on that one. And again, I apologize for the pretexting the other day. This platform is so unstable. Sometimes it's hardly even worth working with. But you do a great job. Thank you for having me on your stage today.
Thank you, Alan. Dismal.
Thank you, Gary. And I want to not repeat what others have said, so I'll just acknowledge I really appreciated what Dr. Francine and what Chris said on the stage. I will agree with Ellen. I think that the women that showed up today not only demonstrated bravery, because many of them did face direct threats, harassment, and attempts to discredit their stories and other kinds of intimidation that were designed to keep the truth hidden. And it reveals a terrifying abuse of power, and that extends beyond the original crimes, but on their ability to actually get and receive justice. But I think just because you brought him up, Mike Johnson, initially on the Epstein files, his story was he wanted maximum transparency. And he then converted with balancing privacy for the victims. And what happened, I have to applaud basically the supporters that brought these women to Congress, because these women have now upended that story, that narrative that he wanted to paint, that he's protecting the women, because he can't now state that when the women themselves, the victims, are actually demanding the transparency. So I think that was actually a brilliant move. But what I wanted to actually raise is my concern with what the Epstein story has done with regards to Trump's decision making and that of leadership, because I think in recent months we've witnessed a very troubling pattern where whenever there are sensitive issues like the resurfacing of the Epstein case entering the public narrative, instead of addressing the matter directly and thoughtfully, there seems to be this attempt to basically divert public and media attention by making bold and swift actions like the sudden military strikes on the Iranian nuclear sites in June, or the aggressive attention, even today, for example, the move for deploying the National Guard to Chicago was made during the actual conference that was occurring. The timing just suggests that there's this unwillingness to make fully deliberated decisions. And that's what concerns me, especially with regard to how are we spending taxpayer dollars and what does this mean for national security as a whole? I think we need to, for the health and welfare of our society, we need to call into question how these decisions are being made. We need far more oversight, unfortunately, than what our current members of Congress have been offering. And if this could create more concern and more oversight by creating this wedge issue, getting people that have been thus far very avid supporters of Trump to say, wait a second, he hasn't been very transparent on these issues, so maybe we need to scrutinize others. I'm all for it. I honestly, this wasn't something that I've been tracking as closely. My understanding from discussing this issue with others is that there have been podcasts going on about this issue for years, and to be quick, I mean, this just wasn't something I had been tracking, so I don't want to pretend that I was an expert. I'm sort of listening to the stories unfold now. I care more about the broader decisions for our country, and I just don't want there to be a haphazard decision made just to create and divert our attention from this issue. Thank you.
Thank you, Dismal. And for those who are trying to get up on the stage, I appreciate your interest, but we're past the time where we can bring folks on the stage. However, feel free to click on the link above, join the chat on Facebook Messenger, and make your feelings known there. David.
Thank you. I've missed a lot of it, but thank you for the topic. And to the person who used 2008 I think the only minors that were hurt by that were the ones that lost their inheritance. But to use that as a comparison is so apples and oranges that it's upsetting to even hear it. I don't have it in front of me. I'm in the car, but when I read, I think it was the FBI or whoever opened Epstein's safe after he was unalived. There is evidence in that safe of thousands, maybe tens of thousands of pictures, digital CD-ROMs, money, records. There's enough in there to put a definite answer to what happened and who did it, just from what the FBI has there. And that's all I'm going to say. Thank you.
Yeah, nobody is interested in revealing the names of the victims or, God forbid, the images of the victims. We want to know who the perpetrators are. And by the way, the more I think about Diogenes's diatribe, how do I pronounce that? Diatribe, thank you. The more I find it offensive because it's dismissive of the concerns for the victims. Just totally dismissive. And how can we, any of us, be like that? I just don't understand.
And I want to say really quickly, I mean, just because he died, certain victims were about to get some monetary compensation, and that vanished with his death. There was a huge amount of money in that estate, certainly that should have gone to the victim. So there's a lot there to deal with.
You are correct. Thanks for bringing these issues up in a very succinct manner. Meryl, you get the last word.
Jane. Is Jane still on stage?
Nope.
I don't want to take up her time. Okay. Very quickly, Chris was right. I did forget to say that to address yes, I do want Congress to release the files. Yes, no, I don't, to the other gentleman, I do not hope and pray for whatever it is that he thought I was praying for. And I do, regarding Congress, I think, and victims, I think we forget, and I tried to make this point, those victims were also victimized by Ms. Maxwell. And our president, this president, interfered with the actual, what the intent of the sentence was. And that was just one more. Some of those victims did testify, and that was just one more attack on those victims, because it's also given her the opportunity to say they are all lying. So I wanted to make that very clear. Thank you.
Thank you, Meryl. Folks, we're here Monday through Friday from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. New York time, so until 5 p.m. New York time tomorrow. For the next edition of the Critical Thinking Forum, everybody be safe, be well, and peace out.
Yeah, that's fucked.
My mother told me.
This is a very consistent Republican thing. For now, we're talking over 30 years. So, but it's even a lot longer than that. But just in recent history, that's what it is.
And then there are things that they do subtly, like Ramona mentioned, voter ID, which is a very exclusively Republican effort to disenfranchise people from voting. There's also gerrymandering, which moves around districts and makes it funnel people into certain areas where it's difficult for them to get to vote. Locally, there will be instances where areas where black folks disproportionately vote, voter machines happen to be limited and or not work. I know here in Georgia, there were instances in certain places where the cords to the machines were missing for a great deal of time, and the machines weren't on. Now, that may not seem like an issue to you or I or some of us, but when you're waiting in line for 3 to 4 plus hours to vote,
Right.
you get discouraged from going to vote, even if you actually did make the effort to go out and do that. And if those people
3 hours.
leave, even if they say, hey, listen, you can come back, there's still the chance that less people are going to come back than were here.
Right.
So those are all underhanded things to keep people from voting. On the other side of it, and I think I may be taking for granted what we have here in Georgia, or more specifically in Atlanta. But during the pandemic and during the 2020 election, they opened up State Farm Arena where the Hawks play, and had voters machines during early voting where people could go and vote. And that is what made the difference in Georgia, as far as I'm concerned. Among a number of other things where they dump money into local projects like Georgia Vote Project, Georgia Black Voters, Stacey Abrams program. So there is a number of things that can happen in order to do that. It's just that they pass laws now where you can't even take people water while they're waiting in line. So, just little things like that to keep people from voting. So there is a pronounced effort to do that. I'm sure in Louisiana, I'm sure it's much worse. So it's not inane. I mean, some of it is that they're just choosing not to go vote, but there is a reason.
Okay, so with all that in mind, just like when we talk about the perpetuance for Black people to commit crimes and we get sentenced more harsher than other people, and we have these conversations, and I have these conversations with, my children and their friends. I said, if that's the case, don't commit crimes. I mean, why are we having this conversation right now? You understand the assignment, so to keep your ass away from that situation, point blank, period. So I'm just trying to figure out, in the same vein, we got issues, and if this making it harder for us to vote, then we have to come together as a community. I don't know that community. See, it's hard for me to talk on other people's shit. I try not to, because I'm not there and I don't know the hardships. But people who live there do know the hardships, and they need to try to figure out a way. If people want to vote, because do they want to vote? You know what I'm saying? Because I want to Google the turnout for the last election, and I can't because I'm driving. I'll Google when I get home.
I can tell you this, it's really, really low.
Yeah.
It's really low. It's low for a number of reasons. I mean, again, it's not just one thing.
I get you. I understand. Yeah.
You got brothers who have felonies who can't go and vote.
Well, they're eliminated. Okay, let's put them on the side.
Or you've got people who just don't have access to vehicles. If my voting place is more than a few miles from me.
Yeah.
So, the way that we try to balance that here is as a matter of fact, more specifically, Jesus took some buses into the hood.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Yeah.
And put people on buses to go and vote during the state election. So that was just one example. I'm just giving that because people know who he is. That's a pronounced effort. That's a very direct effort to get people not only registered, but they get them actually participating in the process in general. But I don't know that Boosie is going into his neighborhood because he can't vote himself, but chooses to endorse, at least verbally, Donald Trump, which is a whole other problem. If you got people like that, where ignorance just begets ignorance. People are telling people that do listen to him that voting is not something that's advantageous for us. So, there's a number of things. It ain't just one thing, but some people do go vote. It's just not, you're just not trying to get everybody to vote. You're just trying to discourage, you're just trying to discourage as many people as you can. It's not an all or nothing thing. It's just picking off numbers here and there. It's a numbers game.
Lisa, I got a question. If you need an ID to vote, then people need to be out here, and there needs to be community outreach so that you can get access to get that ID. It should become at no charge so that you can participate in the process, okay? Because they're making you have an ID in order to participate, then they should be able to provide you with that ID. Period. That's it.
They should be provided.
but I'm still gonna say it. She acted exactly like the Palestinians, like Hamas. She's coming, attacking me, like in a beautiful way, asking me, and I will repeat her question. Did captivity made you a little bit more aggressive, Shlomi? I find that very, very offensive. But I can't say anything. But when she got a little bit offensive after that, she came and, oh, exactly like Hamas and the Palestinians.
Exactly like that.
Attacking you, stabbing you in the back, and then when they're getting back, not a knife, a dick in the ass, like properly dick in the ass.
No, you're so cruel. You're unkind. This is chutzpah to the max to ask to accuse you of being aggressive because you were held captive. This is maximum chutzpah. What do you expect from a person like her?
It's not chutzpah, no, it's a new way of living and a new way.
Well, we got. She plays the victim. She plays the victim like the Palestinians do.
Behaving. There is chutzpah, there is honor. Now there is a new way of behaving. It's Palestinianism.
Yeah. Palestinianism. Yeah. This is nothing new, though, Shlomi. They've been doing this since the 1960s. They've been doing like this. They're the victims of the world.
No, but like our people to act like that because they are advocating for them, and they're like.
I don't really believe she's Jewish, honestly. I really don't believe so.
I don't care, bro. I don't know why you are trying and.
I'm not trying. Me personally, I don't believe it. But I mean, anybody else can think whatever they want, but I don't believe it.
No, every time to give her the stage and try to explain her how she's wrong and she's doing bad to her.
Because I think it's actually hilarious, Shlomi.
It's the same thing like Amos, and there is no need to give any energy. Yeah, go ahead, Ellie, sorry.
I was just saying it's funny. I think it's hilarious because they make themselves look stupid. And honestly, I think that's the best entertainment you can get. It's better than Netflix, I think. I love coming on here and listening to how stupid people sound. I really do. I think it's great. So sometimes, yeah, it can be annoying, yeah, whatever. But listen, when she's going against some smart people on here, yeah, I mean, she's gonna get defeated every fucking time. It's nothing new, you know. So and then when she gets defeated, she'll play the victim card like she always does. That's what she does. Then look what she wrote. This room's extremely unkind. We've had several conversations, and she'll try to point it back at you like you're the enemy, like you're the aggressive one.
Exactly, Palestinians is.
Yeah. She learned from them very well. Oh, man. Too funny.
The fact that she's a woman sounds like a cute voice with a cartoon. She's always going to be able to take over an audience, especially if she's giving a polarized speech. So she's a good example of somebody your father should warn you about and say, you know what? Don't marry a liberal.
That's awesome.
That's your girlfriend in the picture, John?
Kids.
She's one of the good things that has come out of running for Congress.
Very nice. Well, this has been a very entertaining room today. We've had all walks of life of terrorists coming to our room today from Clubhouse. It's amazing.
Well, you know what else is amazing is that Shlomi has lived it. It's not just somebody coming on here giving their political rhetoric. Shlomi's personal lived experience is all the evidence you need to basically support his position. Because when you've actually experienced it and you're not just on here running your mouth, projecting all the propaganda you've consumed, I mean, it's the evidence you need to defeat the opponent.
think they need to be kind of the community, not aggressive to those people. Definitely, they have my brothers and one sister there also, still. Maybe after they bring them back, stability and everything will go down.
I can't believe anybody has the nerve to open their mouth to you. I don't know. Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm naive.
Yeah,
I mean, they did it to Shlomi in Amir's room. They did it to you in Amir's room.
It happened for Amos. It definitely would happen for Miguel. It will go so on and so on. And it's happening with people like that. There's the people that think like this. That's it. Yeah. The same that I will find here the people that are thinking the same, that are 1% of this country. No, I'm exaggerating a little bit more, but they are a minority. It's like 200,000 people. From 8 million, I don't know the math of the percentage. But if I will face them in the street, I will get the same, no. So I'm not surprised, my friend.
But why does he really think that that's a conspiracy? Like, I don't understand. Why is it bad? Like, if that happened, why would you think that that's a conspiracy?
Because it's the same like Watercup. They hate Bibi and they don't care what's gonna happen in the middle. You understand?
But wouldn't that make their stance of hating Bibi even more? Like, because if they said that, if they're saying that they knew about it in the morning before and they didn't tell Bibi, because, yeah. I talked to you that morning, bro. Everybody was shocked. Like, you didn't know what the fuck. I talked to you that morning, bro. Everybody was shocked. Like, you didn't know what the fuck. We didn't know what was going on. I mean, it was just rockets, you know?
Exactly. It was the only rockets.
Like, we had no idea that there was going to be terrorists coming over the border. So. But shortly after I spoke with you, I saw it on the TV. You know? So.
Hey, Shlomi.
Yeah, you saw on the TV.
Yeah, and so there was
on TV, bro.
I saw Hamas terrorists on pickup trucks driving into Sderot and the kibbutzim around and with guns mounted on the top and dead bodies. Like they were showing like dead bodies scattered around. They were showing them driving, like trying to get into buildings and stuff. And people that were living in the city were filming it. So I remember I was messaging you, like asking you if there was anything going on, and that's when we were talking, bro. We had the voice chat, you know, about what was happening. So
we were. You mean that day? We were.
Yeah. I don't provide evidence for you. Go ask Ronen Bar for the evidence, okay?
Yeah.
He is in interrogation. Needs to be, not me, my friend. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. You're bothering me.
We were in a room.
Wait, baby, I'm gonna end my sentence and sorry. And what I told you, I heard in the media. And if you wanna go, look for it. If you don't want, don't look for it. I don't wanna prove you anything. I don't wanna prove you anything. Don't come to me. Don't ask me for anything. Don't engage with me. Okay? I don't wanna speak with you. Thank you.
There's articles all over about it. There's like you just Google Ronan Bar, and then knew about October 7th. It's like all over. It's a bunch of articles. I don't know what he's saying. It's conspiracy.
He can think what he wants to think. I don't want to engage with him anymore. And don't come to me and don't ever reach to me. You are bothering me. Thank you.
So we're talking about that day, which you didn't know. We were all in a room, a whole bunch of us that day. And then, Harry, do you remember I was on the phone with Adele?
Yeah.
Adele, that was the craziest part. Adele's like, I think they're coming to my house. I'm going in my safe room. That was crazy. And we had this whole conversation with Adele about her dog and what to do about her dog, because if she took the dog in the safe room, the dog would bark. So, I mean, it's so nuts remembering back in real time and worrying about you and Jake. just like everyone coming in back and forth into the room that day. Harry, you remember all that?
Yeah, of course.
I called her 2 nights ago. We had a long catch up.
Yeah, I mean, I was on the phone with, after we were in the room, then I called her separately, and I talked to her while she was in her safe room. I mean, and she heard them breaking windows in her home.
Yeah, they tried her windows.
Yeah.
That's right. And as I recall, they were also like trying to open the door on the other side of the safe room. In those days, they didn't lock.
She had her son with her, keeping the door shut.
Son-in-law.
Was it son-in-law?
Yeah.
John, if you think that I'm lying and you care and that I'm spreading lies, go sue me. Leave me alone.
No, Igal, think for a second. I was going to say this about Igal. Why would Shlomi lie? Of all things to lie, it's just inconceivable. We're all trying to figure out the truth to fix it. But I want to say about Igal that when you believe something your whole life with all of your heart and soul, and then the thing that you believed is shown to be false. Maybe some of our older guys remember the Firesign Theater. Everything you know is wrong. It's cognitive dissonance. It's suddenly the world turned upside down. And part of that is the idea, obviously, of the two-state solution. That if we're nice to them...
No. Stop trying to convince him. Egan, we don't care if the people in the room that really wanted to find out if it's a lie or no went and Google it or asked AI or ChatGPT and everything. We don't care that you're trying to do something else here and to prove something else. Again, I'm telling you, if I'm lying and you don't care, and if you care, I see that you care that I'm lying, yeah? Go sue me. Leave us alone now. Because I'm going to throw you from the room now. And you can sue me on that also.
Hey, free representation here if he does.
Remove from room. Thank you. Fuck off. Left it party, go sue me, lying, whatever. Sue me that I
This is how the lefties are in Israel, man. Like, this is nothing new. Like, this is how they act towards people that were hostages, towards people that don't agree with them. It's fucking insane. They're delusional people. That's how they are. They're crazy, the lefties in Israel. Crazy. And Egos and Amos are a great example of them. They're dangerous people.
I'm not afraid, my friend.
Well, I'm not saying physically. They're not dangerous physically. They're dangerous by them spreading lies. That's what I meant.
Yeah, in that way, in that matter, in that way, I agree with you 110,000%.
Yeah, it's fucking dangerous shit, man. And you provide the evidence of them, and they still deny it. That's how fucking brainwashed they are. Shit's crazy, man. You'll never to see the right way. That always will be how they are. Lefty idiots. And if they were in power in Israel, Israel would have been gone after October 7th, probably. They would have gave them a fucking country, probably, already by now. Disgusting, the lefty. Disgusting people.
Not much better in the U.S.
They're just as bad.
See, you might have fun talking to retards on this app, but the opportunity cost that it's costing you to come on here and have these endless, meaningless, stupid conversations with brainwashed retards, I mean, is it really, worth it?
It's worth it, John. Why do you come on here? You do the same thing. You record.
Well, I'm a filmmaker like El Normo. I'm creating product. I'm creating product. I'm a filmmaker. I've got 30 YouTube accounts, 5,000 subscribers. I'm trying to make money out of all these retards. Meanwhile, you're just talking to retards, wasting all your time.
Yeah, but I'm helping you get the content because if not, they'll just be talking to themselves.
I'm telling you up front, John, if you will use my words or my name, I'm one allocated with the percentage, my friend.
As soon as Netflix sends me a shekel, I'll send it straight to you.
Right, there's something called consent, John. It's a magic word. Look it up.
I live in Illinois. You should look up the laws in Illinois, Abby.
Hey, I really don't care what the laws are in Illinois. I care what the laws are where I live. And
I
there's
said
a word
laws
called
in
consent.
Israel, and if you will take something that I said without asking me, and
You should. I live in
probably
Illinois,
should.
Abby. You should look up the laws.
Yeah.
Illinois. You should
Well,
look up
my
the laws
friend.
in Illinois.
It's gonna cost us
Somehow
pretty
we will
penny.
meet.
You'll own his home, Shlomi, by the end of it.
You know, only certain people could remember that it was. I think it was 50 years to the day since Yom Kippur War that they attacked on October 7th. I'm not saying that happened on October 7th because I don't remember the date, but it was 50 years. Isn't that crazy? The sneak attack.
Yeah, it was what's it called? Simchat Torah day.
Yeah. Yes.
Shlomi, אני בארץ בסוף החודש.
יאללה, for the wedding?
Yeah, for the wedding.
יאללה, בשעה טובה. מזל טוב.
Okay.
אח שלנו, מי מתחתן? מי מתחתן? Who's getting married, Abby?
Yeah, no, not me. Never again.
Family member?
She's no. So that's a really cute story. My kids were little babies. I had בעברית an au pair. I had au pairs.
מטפלת.
Metapellet. Yes. So I had in the beginning from Sweden.
Well,
and they
au
drank
pair
too
is like
much
a live-in
alcohol.
מטפלת.
A live-in, right?
Yeah.
So they like to drink too much, the Swedish girls. So I decided I'm going to get Israeli, and I had an Israeli au pair, and then every year you get a new one. But this one I became very close to. She had an identical twin sister, and we stayed close over the years. So now they have their own children. Two of them are in my au pair has two boys that are in Sahel now, and the twin sister has three girls, and one of the girls is getting married. So they're like my family to me. Actually, the get-togethers when I'm over there with Evan and Guy and the gang, have met these girls. But so
where is it? The wedding?
it's in that really beautiful place. Oh wait, hold on. She texted me the name of it. It's I guess it's a venue
Should
for
you be
weddings.
saying this, Abby? Should you be saying
Yeah, what people are going to go to Israel and go to the venue. I didn't say when it was.
Okay.
It's just a venue. Wait, I'll tell you. I have no qualms in saying where it is. It's at. Let's see if you know this. I'm looking at the invite. Oh, damn it! It's in Hebrew. Wait, I gotta translate. It's north of Tel Aviv. Emek Hefer.
Emek Hefer. Okay.
Yeah. You know where that is?
Yes.
There's it's a venue.
I don't know the venue. It's a place. It's like it's a city.
K-A-H-I. Kahai. K-A-H-I. Google it. Kahai. K-A-H-I. Bishul Masiba. It's
maybe also Kahi?
Kahi, maybe?
Maybe Kahi
Yeah,
Resort. Event venue in Israel. Looks gorgeous.
Yeah. Looks nice.
I see water.
We know it's
Kai.
in Israel.
Kai. Yes.
The weddings, we know.
Well, this was supposed to be, you guys know the story. It was in Europe en route to Israel when the war broke out in
Wow.
June. So they had
Wow,
to.
what a nice place.
Nice place, isn't it? So they had to
Very
postpone the wedding.
You staying there? It's
No,
like I think
no.
like a.
I need
Okay.
the Malone Tel Aviv Zillow. Now I'm not going to dox myself where I'm staying, but no.
No, it's okay because I think it's a hotel also, but it looks very nice.
Yeah, it does look nice.
You know, Daniel, there's no better hotel in Israel than the Daniel Hotel in Tel Aviv.
Yeah, the Norman.
Daniel Hotel?
He's saying the Dan.
Ah, the Dan.
Yeah.
John.
That's the one with the agam colors, right? With the colors, right?
Yeah, that's a nice
There's
hotel.
2 Dans
There's 2 Dans, yeah.
and only 1 Norman.
You can say that again.
I want to go back and stay at. It's called the 100.
But I was in Royal Beach, like in Tel
But the one that
Aviv.
we had was
Yeah, you
wonderful.
like Royal Beach, right? That's where the
It
steakhouse
was
is.
wonderful, Abby. I was like 2 weeks ago, something like that, or 3 weeks ago. I enjoyed the time, really. Like, it was worth it.
So, John, I'm not joking. The nicest hotel in Tel Aviv is the Norman.
I haven't been in that one, but
Hello.
I went to the 180-degree
It's
hostel.
the most expensive one.
You're gonna have a better time on the rooftop at the 180-degree hostel, which is a cheap hostel, you know, right in the epicenter there. You're gonna have a great time on that roof.
But Abby, I spent one week, a week ago, like last Shabbat, in Tel Aviv, for 600 shekels for a night. It was a nice room hotel, and then there is a rooftop pool, and it was only 600 shekels for a night.
Really? That's really cheap.
Yeah, it was cheap because it was last moment, you know. But a lot of housing in the rooftop. You know what is housing?
RC. They don't know.
So try to explain to her.
They're pretty much like
widow.
Yeah, yeah.
Chach.
That's a good way to describe it.
The ones that sitting in the pool and they will put the cry music of the Israeli music, like Mizrahi, but the heavy ones.
Adidas tracksuit, and then we'll have a fight with.
And they will take the bottle of wine in the middle of the pool and try to let everybody drink from the bottle. And so, oh God, that's what happened to us in the Saturday.
And they all wearing like their hair slicked back with Gucci sunglasses or Prada sunglasses.
Prada and Gucci and things.
Gold chains, All gold chains with Chais or Magen David.
To say the word in Hebrew and
Witnesses, which we can just call JW, the Mormons, and the Christian Scientists. And then I realize that all of these cults can be discussed together. And the reason is because there's an entire subsection of cults which are cults that are under the guise of Christianity. They claim to be Christian themselves, but in very specific ways, and similar ways to each other, in fact, they pervert mainstream Christianity to indoctrinate people and control people and bilk people and separate people from society and embody all the characteristics of what we would think of as being destructive cults. So we talked about Scientology a couple weeks ago. These organizations are all much, much larger than Scientology by their number of adherents. And I believe of the
was that niggas get to just say what they want about my mom, my dead mother, right? And that just is whatever. We kind of accept it. We look away, and if I retaliate to it,
They kicked me out right away.
Minions.
what are they? Like Gruzim? What are they?
No, it's Israelis. Which Muslim? We talk about Jews.
The Jews have like mustaches mustaches and they're wearing like robes and hats, pretty much. They all have a long mustache.
They have shit bells.
Bruce.
Druze, they have shit bells.
G. Bruce. Georgia.
Druze.
Oh, Gruzinis.
No, the Gruzinis are like me. We look arsy. Whatever that we do, it doesn't matter. We look arsy.
They look arsy and they all have bald heads.
Maybe if I would try to be like hippie, I would still look arsy. Because I'm Georgian.
Are you both sides Georgian?
Yes.
Oh,
With the wedding I have, they're half Georgian.
Oh, nice. So you will see maybe Georgian music.
What are you from, Atlanta?
Tommy, did you see what I sent you? The little video from the Georgian restaurant?
Where did you send it?
What's that?
Which number?
I only have the one for you, but I'll...
It's the old one. No. I changed number. No, we need to catch up.
Okay.
Shlomi, I can't get Abby to endorse me for Congress and the candidate that I'm running against.
If she said no, don't try to convince me to convince
her. Okay.
Do you give me permission to get your number from Anna?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. And then I can send you the little video. We've been going out.
Soon also the Scottish guy will reach to you.
Yeah, I'll get it. To get from
the Scottish guy.
The Scottish guy. Yeah.
So I should get it from him instead?
The guy in the skirt.
He's got nice legs, by the way. Don't.
Go ahead, but yeah, the Scottish with the skirt, the gay guy will reach to you soon.
With the nice legs.
Yeah, the shaved ones.
So, Ace is at 33% on the survey, so she failed at life. I chose needs a life, but see, maybe that's projection on my behalf. Who projected needs attention? Let's see. Anybody? Nobody? We only have 2 people that have taken the survey on the stage. If you haven't taken the survey, why does Ace gaslight people on Clown House? Maybe you've heard her. She's got a very annoying voice. If you go to her Instagram, it looks like her lips are going to pop. And apparently, she's an attorney.
Oh, shit. Oh, man. Is no one else entertained by Clubhouse, man? This shit's entertaining as fuck, bro.
It's a roast app. People put themselves out here, and they're subjected to getting roasted.
They get roasted. Her lips do look like they're about to pop, that's for sure. Oh, my God.
How much lip filler can you fit in those lips?
Heavy.
Yeah.
Big captivity, aggressive. I treated you.
I can't believe she said that, but honestly, I'm not shocked that she said this either. I'm really not. Fucking idiot, man. What's up, Sammy? How you doing, bro? See you down there. Sammy's a good guy. I like Sammy. We need more people like Sammy in Judea's scenario.
See, if you really want to get Amir's room to... Getting a lot of feedback from you, Harry. I'm just saying, if you haven't recorded Amir's room yet, put it on X, tag Dan Bongino and Cash Patel at the FBI. Amir is a terrorist promoter, and then go into Amir's room and post the link to X, and you'll see Amir's head explode like a firework.
Do you think that they actually really see that on their Twitter? Do you think they actually check that or have somebody check that?
I,
gotta have somebody check it.
yeah, they use it as
I'm
intelligence.
taking, Harry. I tell you why. Because when things are moving in a way that I'm involved, like the lawsuits and things that I'm doing sometimes on Twitter that are affecting, things are happening here in the app. An example I will give you is when I did the interview with Irene, I think. That's when Amir played my recording. So yeah, they are following everything. Well, it's working for them, 100%.
Wait, he's working for who?
For someone that is paying to do this again.
Yeah, I believe that also. I truly do. Because he's on here every day, and all he talks about is Israel. That's it. That's all. There's like Jew haters on here, yeah, and Israel haters, but they're not always talking about Israel all the time. But his room is always, every time it has to do with Israel. It's very, very odd. Like you said, it's like he's getting paid by somebody to do it, you know? So, but every single room, every single day is about Israel. Something about Israel. Or Netanyahu or whatever. Crazy shit. But, I mean, I thought the same thing about that Soren guy. He disappeared off the face of the earth. No one has seen him on here. It's been like over 6 months. It has to have been. It has to be. Almost 5, more than that. I don't know. I haven't seen that guy in a while, so. Who? Soren.
Soren, my shooter.
Oh my god. That was crazy. That was a crazy battle that they had. A feud. You got on his nerves, that's why. You got under his skin, and when somebody comes after you like that, that means that you really trigger them. You know?
We're debating, bro. It wasn't more than that.
Yeah, he did.
So, yeah, like, I mean, real niggas who've been watching and paying attention, they know what's up, and they've said as much so far. So I appreciate y'all who've kind of been speaking up and like speaking truth to power against the nonsense and the fake narratives. But go ahead.
Alright, not trolling anybody, scroll up in the chat. That was a 10-minute submission. 10 minutes submission.
Yes, it's probably one of my
10
ones.
minutes.
One of my only ones. I had a lot to get off.
That was 10 minutes submission.
Hey man, sometimes it gotta be like.
Exactly.
I know this punk ass nigga's not talking about Boone Simmons. I know he's not talking about Boone.
Next to the queue.
I know it.
All right, hold on. Next to the queue is Solomon. After Solomon, I heard you. Yeah, I read you. I read it in the chat. Yes, I saw that. Next in the queue is Solomon. After Solomon, it's Lion. After Lion, it's Joel.
Yeah, what up, King Solomon?
Yeah, what's good? It's good to see you, but so here's
after Lion's Concrete, after Concrete, Joel. My fault.
No, that's cool. So my thing knowledge is because obviously when we see heated back and forth like with Louis and Lion, the first thing we think is, okay, how can we fix this? And obviously that's what a lot of us want, myself, Concrete, and others. The problem is, and Lion, we have to have the Holy Spirit, bro. And I get it, especially with what you just said, Louis. Because I believe in the same thing. I'm a Proverbs 26:5 individual. I don't believe in none of this pacifist faggotry that a lot of modern Christians think the Bible speaks to. There's a time and place for war, and there's a time and place for peace. But we also, if we say we believe in Christ, we have to know when it's time for the both. And if you're one who's instituting it, which Line I think respectfully you just did, in a way that you didn't have to, then yes,
Okay, I'm gonna
people
restart
are going
this
to
live stream.
retaliate.
This is
And so I
Chillism.
can't
This
blame
is a
Louis
group
for how he felt
of
and what he
brain
said.
rot
You know, I
sufferers.
understand that. But
They may have
I
Down
would
syndrome
expect you,
or
as the old
autism
person,
or
right?
some other
Because
type
you and I
of
both know, and I get how
neurotypical
you feel about,
disorder.
you
So
know,
we're here
a lot of the
documenting
tribes and this, and
retardation
I
in
get
real
all
time.
of, you know, I
Hit that
understand
like
that,
button, share
right?
now. This is
But there's a
Chillism.
reason why you and I are cool.
A
I don't
group
have
of
an issue
super
with you.
retards who
And
can't
I
figure
feel
out what
like
else to
you
do
could
with their
have the
time,
same
wasting all their
with
time
Louis.
talking
You
about
just choose to
nothing.
go there where
Literally,
it
this
doesn't
is a
have to
show
be,
about nothing. This is like the modern
right?
day
I
social
don't
audio
feel like it
Seinfeld.
has
So I
to
hope
be
you
that.
enjoy.
But for some reason, you want it to be that with Louis, right? And I would rather just have you two, you know, and I get that that's not going to happen right now in the moment. I get that, especially, and that's the thing, Knowledge. I know we have our rules, but one of the other rule set that I think would fall into is like people's immediate dead relatives. I don't know why they're, you know, that's not included, but whatever, that's another conversation. I just think that in that moment, Lion, you didn't have to, in that moment, in this moment, you know which moment I'm talking about. You didn't have to fan the flames. You didn't. You didn't. There was no point in doing that, and you knew what it was gonna do. You knew it was gonna make people go off, and then you tried to, come on, bro. Like, what is that? That's some low key tactics, bro. Low key does goofy shit like that, right? Not us. And speaking to that, and I'll finish with this. Knowledge, my thing is with the whole, you know, Joker conversation. I think as Christians, the scriptures warn us clearly, and God is so good, that there are those, because remember, the first usurper, the first subverter was the devil himself. He is the smartest of all. So when you see folks who like to subvert, which is what Loki likes to do, that is a tactic he likes to do, the scriptures already speak against that and already speak to people like that, right? So that it doesn't surprise me, and it shouldn't surprise anyone that is the type of conversation he would bring up. Notice a year ago, he wasn't bringing up conversations like this. I was having conversations with him. He was bringing up great topics that we would have back and forth that were great, but they weren't subversive. Stuff like this is what we see, this rainbow shit, all this shit, the wokeness, rainbow, all this shit that's going out the door, and I know a lot of y'all are paying attention. All this shit that's now being critiqued and going out the door, unfortunately, he's attaching himself to that mindset. And again, I would just hope and pray for the kid, because it feels like he's going through something, and he needs to address that rather than trying to, again, do all this other nonsense. And for when those type of conversations come up as Christians, we should not be, we should be ready to give an account, right, for the scriptures of what they are. And Lion, I would ask you, if you were there, Lion, you let this nigga call Christ the drunkard on stage? Were you there?
You need to.
Were you there, Lion?
You done yet?
Were you there? I'm asking you.
I'll respond to all of that when it's my time.
Okay, because and especially you here, and Knowledge, I don't expect you to, I'm not expecting you, but that is blasphemous, especially for someone who calls himself a Christian. Now, if you're not a Christian, I don't expect you to respect or understand that, but for somebody like him, that's blasphemy on another level. But yeah, I'll end it with that. So,
all right, one might go online.
I'll start with the first part first. I was in and out of the room. King. I try my best to stay out of low level, low tier biblical back and forth with idiots. There's no point for me to even indulge in a moron. All right. Number two, I'm gonna say whatever the fuck I want to say to that bitch ass nigga. And the reason is because I know this nigga secretly got some sort of vendetta against me. And I know it's something personal.
I could give a fuck about you, nigga.
Hey, put him down. Put him down. Put him down. Just like you did me. Thank you. So, what is actually happening here is an emotional appeal. He's looking for some sort of sympathy from you niggas in this room without paying attention to the things that he has said. He has not only threatened me, he's also threatened other people. He's also talked about other people's dead loved ones. But I guess it only matters when it applies to him and his mama. Now, here's the thing. I want you to understand this. I don't owe that fucking dirty-ass blood-drinking incel anything, King. I want you to understand that.
You disrespect me, and I'll tell you exactly how this shit played out. The conversation was between myself and Tim. That bitch ass nigga decides to jump into the conversation and start haggling me on things that was not even said. And before I even addressed him, I brought it to the room. I asked the room, did you hear Lion say any of this shit that this big faggot ass nigga was saying? I even asked Chaos, even though Chaos likes to play the neutral shit because he's scared, he don't want to say nothing. He eventually said, yeah, Lion didn't actually say that. But no, this faggot ass nigga doubled down, which implies that this isn't about the conversation, King. This is about something else. This got an actual vendetta and issue or a problem with me, and the reason it has nothing to do with this conversation. Have you ever bumped into anybody like that, King, where you can be talking about how the sky is blue, and this bitch ass nigga is screaming to the room how you just said the sky is pink? And now you're trying to say, hey, listen, I never said blah, 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 blah. I never said that, blah, 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 blah. And then he puts you down. That's what fucking happened earlier today. And then after that, when I pointed out that he's being highly emotional, highly impulsive, and he's using his green bean as some sort of way to get back at me for some reason I don't know of, because you know what? I don't think of the kid. He's just another broken orphan in my eyes. He means absolutely nothing to me and probably his father either. Hence why he's the way that he is. But instead of him dealing with that shit, he wants to take it out on me. He wants to take it out on other men who disagree with his bitch assness. I'm not going to stand for it. You, King, may be an enabler to that bad behavior, but I'm not. I will stand for no nigga, none, no nigga claiming to be a grown-up, talking to me like he done lost his goddamn mind. And then this bitch ass nigga had the nerve to threaten my life. I really want to see your bitch ass try that shit. And when I come dead in your bitch ass, then you can go meet your dead ass mama, nigga. Go give her a hug from me, you hoe ass nigga.
Listen, again, I want to commend myself. I wasn't there when you niggas was crashing out. I probably would have stopped that shit. I like hanging out with you wild ass, crazy ass niggas. And I hope we can get past this.
I hope he crashes that 18-wheeler.
What I'm realizing as I survey the land, we got the Jacobish issue, we got the Omni-Tether line issue, we got the moderators issues, knowledge, bitch ass. I have to come to the unfortunate conclusion that I'm the most enlightened person in this fucking room. On every topic where empathy is required, there's concrete. The most empathetic. Oh shit! Hey, who fucked my shit up? Hey, let me get back in the box.
He's actually making a good observation.
Hold on.
He has been the most reasonable today.
Thank you. Thank you. When it comes to
really fucking good.
Hold on. One second, ma'am. Calm down. So when it comes, all right. I don't know what's going on.
Oh, that's terrible.
I'll give you all.
Yeah. Like your mic is low.
Why are you telling me my mic is low, bro? Let me go, bro.
It's really low.
See, that's the thing. That's why I know good moderators. I'm not saying Louis is a bad moderator.
Hear me now? Do I sound better?
I don't know what's going on. Did I say something about her? Did I say something to her? Like, what's going on? What's going on, bro? Like, what's going on?
I'm with you, Miles.
We was talking about Louis, Lion.
Man, one thing respectfully, it is Concrete's turn. I've been moving you down all day, I don't want to move you down, Caroline. I will, but I don't want to. Let Concrete finish his submission. After Concrete, there's one more person, which is Joel. This is a long ass queue. After Concrete,
Here, put me in the queue.
And
No, look,
I just wanted to say that y'all ain't gotta keep me. I'm gonna get my lick back.
What's she mad about? Goodness gracious. Alright. Anyway, as I was saying, as I survey the land on topic after topic, and moment after moment, when it comes to being the most nigristic, I thought I was at the apex epitome of nigrosity, but unfortunately, there's niggas that's doing that to a higher degree. Shouts out to them. But when it comes to de-escalation, forgiveness, apologies, all of these categories, I'm fucking excelling. I have crashed out on everybody, and I think at one point or another, I've apologized or offered the hand of fellowship. I let niggas like Guava constantly crash out. I forgive her weird, angry ass all the goddamn time. I don't even know what her fucking problem is today. But if anybody wants to the backstory, look in the chat. Her and Matt are going back at it, back and forth. I don't encourage it. I've asked Guava to stop. I've asked Matt to stop. Yet another example of me and my most magnanimous and most fucking diplomatic, right? Of all persons, because nobody has asked any one of those persons to stop crashing out. And I've asked both of them to stop crashing out. So it's like, yo, y'all niggas need to get up to my level, because unfortunately, this level of enlightenment that I have achieved, y'all niggas are gonna have to do this game over again. You know, when you hit a level and then you lose to the final boss, you gotta do another level again. I have mastered life. I have mastered charity. I've mastered love. I've mastered empathy. Y'all niggas need to get like me. And when you get like me, life will become better. Lion, please stop. Louis, please stop. Let us get back to some other forms of negrosity, less vitriolic. Yo, for real, I haven't seen Lion this mad, and I hope y'all boys can chill, man. Come on. Anyway,
Concrete, I accepted your apology.
That's the cue. I ain't got thought about you.
My bad, I thought he was alive.
No, Joel is next. Joel is next. No, Joel and then on.
Okay.
Joel and then on. Joel, if you're there, thank you for waiting. You're next. After you, Ock is gonna stop popcorn. We'll start popcorn. No more Q after Joel. Sorry, no more Q.
Yeah, no, I was just gonna say some interesting shit happened today with the Epstein survivors and victims doing their press conference. I thought that would kind of be like a more interesting conversation to talk about. I mean, I'm just saying, me personally, hearing grown men crash out about their clubhouse drama just seems really kind of pathetic to me. But I think we should talk about some more interesting shit than grown men crying about shit. But I mean, if you guys want to talk about that, then I guess. But I'm just throwing it out there that we could change the topic if you guys want to.
Or we could just go in circles and everyone can do a circle jerk about their Yelp reviews again.
Is it my turn, Nani?
Oh, sorry.
Okay. Alright.
Wait, darling, did that nigga pay the price? What the fuck?
First, don't be jealous. It's okay, right? I made a couple observations, right? And listening to Concrete was painful, right? I want to initially say, I'm gonna tell you why, right? I want to initially say, shut your bitch ass up, Joel, right? Because you're sitting here just like we are, right? And I don't really see you here every day, so I don't think you should be talking about shit.
That's okay.
Right? Second thing, it's great to see you, King Solomon. It's great to hear someone who is versed in the Bible and can enunciate his point to a room full of intellectuals, including myself.
Appreciate it, brother.
Right? Concrete. Let me tell you.
I will come and defend Concrete right now. I will be your champion, Concrete, if you need one.
Let me tell y'all about this farce that this man fucking spilled on the stage and tried to fucking claim other people's merits, right? There's been many times you guys have witnessed me trying to settle the bullshit on the stage, because I've seen some real fuck shit in life. You feel what I'm saying? So when I'm in a room like this,
I don't look at y'all like that. You get what I'm saying, Lion? I don't look at you like that, bro. When I look at Lion, I see discipline. You feel what I'm saying? Or a man that is, even if he hasn't attained it yet, he's striving for it, right? When I see Louis, I see someone that has the weight on his shoulders to his family, his area. You get what I'm saying? Like, he has things to prove. You get what I'm saying? I hear it in his voice, the passion and shit. So I like both of these guys. I think they should stop. I've tried to stop it. It's happened many times where people have crashed out and I see better in them. I feel like they should stop it, right? Concrete has been the culprit many times to try to stop this from happening. Yo, get out the way, yo. Get out the way, yo. Don't save him. Don't save him. Don't do this. Don't do that, right? Boom. Right? Concrete has been on a rampage this week. He's been cutting niggas' heads off. Wow, bam. Collecting them bitches, bro. Sticking them on stakes and putting them in front of his fucking castle. Right? Now that he's quenched his thirst of blood, he wants to come to a denouement and be like, oh, I've realized that this, after them fucking did so much havoc and caused so much turmoil, now he's realized. Fuck out of here, nigga. You gonna sit in the bed that you fucking made, right? And you gonna fucking make sure you give credit to the people who you saw doing it and absorbed it from, like myself and some of the females, actually, right? Because how you're talking,
Women.
I believe the women have rubbed off on you, sir, to where you've become more self-reflective. You've become a little more. This is the Concrete I love. He's a little more subtle but direct. He's not aggressive. He's assertive. That's what we want from you. So kudos to you, Concrete. But outside of that, watch your fucking mouth and give credit where credit is due. Thank y'all. I love y'all.
So, AK, you pointing out that I'm not
insulted
here every
that you
day
always
is
think
is not
people
the
are
burden
women.
I think it is.
Just let it go, Joe.
Why do you always compare people to women?
He changed it. He's corrected himself. Let's not.
AK, watch your mouth, sir.
That's that.
AK, what
We've
type
been
of-
discussing a lot of things ad nauseum over
AK,
and
what
over
type
again.
of
That's a fact.
techniques you got going on? Why
They're taking turns, just so they're taking turns here repeating everything.
Well, he said women and he said female, then he changed to women when he.
Oh, not that part, Pierre. Not that part, Pierre. Not that part.
Hey, that
I
nigga,
don't know, AK. You
Alright, first of all, I want my boy to be better, right? So if he out here doing bullshit, I'm gonna tell him about it. And when he's doing good, I'm gonna tell him about it. Carolyn, you don't want him every time you talking to bogart you, bully you, and I don't like it either.
That
right?
nigga
So when
can't,
that's it.
he can't even bogart his fucking cholesterol. That nigga
But-
can't bogart.
But listen, if you see one brother saying to another brother, listen, stay in your good ways.
Do you
I don't
even
think
have
there's
a
nothing wrong
phone
with that.
number? Y'all can't influence.
And you, Nani, please school me on what I did wrong in the eyes of feminism.
I just think that when men are emotional, they should
AK, I
be
hate
described
when you do that.
and compared to women.
What you?
The issue with saying female is that all types of animals are female. There's female dogs.
You have stolen my dreams, my childhood, with your empty words.
Yeah, there's female dogs. There's female dogs. There's female horses, mares.
You have
there's
stolen
female
my
pigs.
dreams.
So when you say
Am
female,
I talking about animals?
You're not talking about a human woman, right? So
Why you say that?
I'm trying to let you know.
No, and I'm trying to help y'all, right? If I'm talking about females and you think that I'm talking about a dog, first of all, don't talk over me. Second, if I'm talking about a dog, if I'm talking about
Yo, we can hear you.
So I wanted to say, but I didn't want to wait in the queue because I'm impatient. But I did want to say, and I love Lion and I love Louis, right? And I think that they both, in a weird way, have a love-hate relationship. And I don't know.
there's no
No,
love.
not anymore.
I don't love anything about this
Hold
nigga,
on,
bro.
y'all. Hold on. So
Don't do what you doing, She-Wolf. It's not good.
Debbie.
Hey, girl.
I think at one time it was, but I think it's gone too far at this point. So I don't know if we can ever get back to the point where y'all was even cordial and have discussions, because it's gone way too far. And what I want to say is, Lion, I think that you pride yourself on knowing how to press all our buttons. You've told us that before. Oh, I know how to piss all of y'all off. I know how to press all y'all buttons, right?
I'm the only nigga that gets this nigga typed like this. Trust me.
Please.
He never
Oh no, Louis, me too.
I told this nigga, bro, he's my property. This is my property y'all see it.
Can you guys
Look at him.
This is my property.
Lion, let her land, baby. Please.
So
I didn't say nothing. That was him.
it was you two. But since yesterday, Lion, you've been talking about his mom. Before this conversation even happened, you've been. Yes, you was talking about his mom yesterday. I heard you mention his mother yesterday.
What did I say? We didn't even talk yesterday.
This nigga's a bitch. He not gonna admit to nothing he did. He's an old ass miserable fuck.
And then, hold on.
I came in here.
Yo, can I finish saying what I was saying about females?
I told y'all Lion was a bitch.
I'm listening to you now, She.
He was a bitch. But nobody wants to listen to Jasmine. That nigga's a bitch ass nigga. I don't give no fuck. That nigga's a bitch. A baby bitch nigga.
Yeah, that's what happened.
So, can I finish what I was saying now? So, I think,
We glad to you, She.
okay, I think that,
I'm at the hill.
it's funny that,
No, the other day, remember?
Jazzy, I'm trying to talk. Jazzy, please. Damn.
See, that's what I was talking about. Why you bring somebody like that
Here, but why are you doing it too? Like, I can't even talk.
That's how Louis is.
Because the mods are gonna keep on doing it.
But I'm trying to talk. I'm trying to finish what I'm saying.
I know. I've been moving out the way, but this is annoying.
I think that Lion prides himself on pissing people off. Lion said that he don't think about Tether, and it's funny that his own wife told him today, why are you talking about Louis? He not even here to defend himself. Your wife told you that today, Lion. So you do like to pick on Louis. You do talk about Louis when he's not here. Your wife told you today, did she not? Why are you talking about Louis when he's not here to defend himself? Did she tell you that today? Yeah, okay. So, Lion, I think you enjoy this back and forth with him, and I think it went a little bit too far today on both sides. You have been talking about anytime he interrupts you, any little thing, you tell him, fuck your mom. You said that shit to him yesterday.
Come on, man.
You said that shit to him yesterday before, and it's funny, and I want to say this last thing. It's funny that the guy Joel said that we should talk about the Epstein thing. Just a little fun fact, y'all. This whole debacle started over the Epstein thing. Just so you know, we was talking about the Epstein thing, and that's how this started. These two black men threatened to murder each other over a conversation about Epstein. Y'all got to do fucking better. This like I'm one of the people who enjoyed a good crash out, right? It's entertaining. But what y'all did today, I didn't enjoy that. I don't want to see two men that I care about on this app. Two men that I like, that I enjoy having conversations with.
You gotta stop caring, girl.
I don't want to hear y'all talking to each other like that over fucking Jeffrey Epstein, over a motherfucking Jewish, rich pedophile who may or may not still be alive. Y'all two men talking about murdering each other over Jeffrey Epstein, and I think it's fucking disgusting. I don't know how y'all gonna get over this shit. I don't know how y'all gonna get over this shit, but y'all need to get over it. Y'all need
You need to get over the fact that Lion is not a good nigga, period. Like, I know you like him and all. He's a fucking scumbag.
Well,
like, on the real. The fuck? I know these be y'all friends, but y'all gotta stop capping for y'all friends. He's a fuck.
I just told him he be.
From the bottom of my soul.
I just told him about the fucked up shit that he did. I just told him.
Yeah, girl, you wasn't here the other day when he started talking about my pussy, girl, and how dirty my pussy was. I mean, just nasty,
He told me the same
dirty, nasty motherfucking you old fucking bitch. Y'all just love to act like y'all so nice in here. It's a room full of shitty people. Right? So let me go ahead and be on my way. Hey, old bitch, put your depends on, bitch. What the fuck wrong with you? You don't need no Lysol. You need some Fix-A-Dick for them motherfucking dentures, bitch. Fuck wrong with you? Girl, Guava, I love you, but fuck these
No, I'm talking about the CP. I'm talking about you forgot another bitch. You forgot Matt. That fucking Haitian fucking cat and dog eating at his bitch.
Alright, look, hey, people, first let me add a few things.
Alright, it's a bitch talking. Let me exit left. I'll see y'all later. My bad.
So, Siwa, let me add a few connections to that conversation.
Man, what happened on my time, bitch?
Wait, hold on. That conversation happened today. It didn't happen yesterday.
Okay.
No conversation.
She was going nowhere.
There was no conversation about Louis at all because I wasn't in here for that. I was in the room going back and forth with that hoe that just was finished talking. And what I did was I told her about how trashy she is. She's the trash bag of a woman. There. That's all that happened. That's the reason why she's also off the mic today. Never mentioned her at all today. She took the mic, the time to come off the mic because she's hurt. The same thing with Louis emotional, and she does the exact same thing. So she just said 3 years ago, he comes back off the mic now and he fights. He tries to fight every single way from both the other day, trying to do some little petty ass limited shit by cutting me off and talking over me and then getting all emotional and shit. And scream victim, I'm the victim. He lied and said stuff about my mama and all that other nonsense. The truth of the matter is, here's the point, She-Wolf. If I keep telling each and every one of you all, don't fuck with lying that way, let's have civil conversations, we can do that. But if you come at me on that monkey shit last time, you come at me like that ghetto gag and slipback that just came off the mic, if you come at me like that, I'm going to treat you exactly how you come at me. The same thing applies to this nigga. The same thing applies to Jacobus. The same thing even applies to Nathan. The same thing applies to niggas in the street. It don't fucking matter to me. If you act like a fucking chimp, you're going to be treated like one. If you act like a decent man or woman, you will also be treated like one. And I tell you this, people. Out of all of these niggas in this room, which one of us has actually contributed positively to any one of your lives? Has Lion put money into your life? Has Lion given you good advice that you can follow? Has Lion a fucking sex?
Yes.
Motherfuckers ain't did a goddamn thing. Of all people in this room, why the fuck would you listen to this fucking loser? And that trash ass woman who got a fucking baby at her mama's house. What the fuck are y'all listening to?
Let me get in there.
No, hold on, AK. Hey, AK, you actually today, AK, I'm really disappointed in your behavior today, and I'm gonna give you a C. I'm gonna give you a C minus today, and I might have to put you in the corner a few times, because you jumped in there, you did some...
Hi, Jinx. Hi, baby girl.
What I do, Lion?
Hola, ¿cómo estás, mi favorita señorita?
So the thing was this. In your case, AK, I understand that you're a young man crying out for some sort of emotional support. You wanted to say whatever you wanted to say. You wanted a little bit of attention. That's okay. I have absolutely no problem with that. Most of the times, I like to play like that as well. But the issue is this. This was a very serious thing. This nigga actually threatened my life. I don't take threats. I don't. I didn't give a fuck what this nigga was saying until he said that shit. Now it's on. All I want to do is just see you. I don't give a fuck about this.
Bro, if you need help, a contract with me, I'll help you.
This is what I'm gonna say to that, right?
It could go anywhere.
Both of these niggas was arguing, right? And I came off mute to tell both of them they pussy, right? And I stand on that shit. Right? You and Louis is pussy for how y'all acting. Bro, swear to God. Alright? And you can't tell me shit. You understand? Because at the end of the day, you know it, he know it, and I for sure know it. Right? So I don't care how you feel about when I came in the middle of y'all shit. You feel what I'm saying? Look, no, the last thing is this, right? You think if somebody say something about you, that we just believe it. Right? You got to be more secure than that. We spend day after day with you. You feel what I'm saying?
somebody come on this stage and say this, that, and lying, this, that, and other. We know who the fuck you is. You don't gotta defend yourself every fucking time. And I don't. And listen, I don't when fucking gremlins come and say something to me if I consider them that. Right? You buying into the shit. It's fucking. First of all, it's losing your word. No, I'm just gonna say this. Your word is losing its fucking merit, bro. When I see you in situations like this, right? When I'm speaking to you and I'm listening to you, I'm like, yeah, coming from a certain source, I don't want my source to be having issues like this, bro. You look crazy. And my last thing is this: if y'all gangster, y'all would not be on the fucking phone, bro. I understand. So look, somebody threaten your life, somebody threaten your family. Look. Get the fuck off the phone. Get off the phone, bro.
I will beat you and your wife the fuck up, bitch.
Niggas talking about your wife and your kids, all the get the fuck off the phone.
But AK, why y'all ain't say this when he was talking about me and my dad and my mom and my kid the other day?
We told Lion about that shit. We told him about the fucking. First of all, when you not in the room is when I talk. I ain't gonna lie.
I had to have left.
You see?
Everybody was on mute when this nigga was dogging my son. Where was y'all at?
Are you slow? Did I not say I was there? First of all, when me and Jazzy talking, it's me and Jazzy. You understand? It's gonna go down. Me and Jazzy go the fuck at it right now. I'm telling you that right now.
I care about your big butt.
Hey, AK, where was you at? Where was you at when I was talking shit about how this big thing?
How did AK get moved?
Yo, who moved the Eric? Was that you, Eric?
No, they went here.
I think,
Nah, it was definitely me, bro. Them loud ass mics, bro. Chill out, bro. That shit. It was like it was getting louder and louder. She got loud, he turned his mic up and got louder.
I see.
What the fuck is going on?
Okay, but you could have told them to turn their mics down. What's wrong?
Nah, they already know the rule, bro. How many times we said this shit?
I don't know how many times I gotta keep telling you, AK, look, I've never said anything that I was or wasn't.
Nigga was just in here lying to Nate the other day talking about I don't move people, lying ass bitch.
I ain't never said I ain't move people.
And he asked me why the fuck you let Shy sit on the stage, and you said I didn't bring her up like a little bitch. She was like, well, why you didn't move her? You said I don't move people, bro. I don't move people.
Well, clearly we all knew that was a joke when I said
no,
that.
We all know that was a lie, pussy. We all know that was a lie, pussy.
Yeah, all right.
Let me respond to
somebody's angry.
Let me respond to AK real quick. AK, I never said that I need to be seen as some sort of credible source to anything at all. Never did that at all. Not one time. Maybe you implied that, maybe because of my lifestyle or whatever, my background and all that good stuff. But that part is on you. What's on me is this. I've already stated, if this was a verbal contract between myself and each and every one of you all in here, I would stay consistent the entire time. And that consistency goes like this. Number one, if you talk shit to me, I'm going to talk shit back to you. If that shit hurts, then maybe you shouldn't talk shit back to me. You can't be a child and act as if that you can go around saying whatever the fuck you want to, and there ain't going to ever be a response. And for the onlookers who are listening to the person, don't always run to that person's side because you see me as the big bad villain and them the innocent little dove in the situation. 9 times out of 10, and I can assure you of this, you will never ever hear me say anything about none of you people unless you start some shit first. I'm the mirror in your own personal lives. You treat me like this, you get treated that way. That's all it is. It's flat out. That's all it is. It's nothing too complicated about it. It's nothing disrespectful about it. What you're seeing is yourself. And you don't like the words that's being said right back to you. You're expecting because your mamas and daddies let you get around with that shit that you can think you can come out in the real world and talk that shit and threaten niggas. I'm the nigga to bust your shit wide open. I really am. Even though your daddy said or your mama said this, no, not in the real world. I will fuck your whole life up.
Alright.
No, hold up.
You got no power from all the way down there in bumfuck Southern America, dog. No one gives a shit, my nigga.
You must
No one, you're powerless, nigga. You affect my life moot, in a moot way. Zero.
You must understand.
L, right? Zero. You don't affect me at all, my nigga. I only like jumping off mic and poking at you because you're fragile. And as fragile as you say, oh, Louis fragile, Louis fragile. Look how easy it is to knock you off your square because you're a bitch ass nigga who's frail with no spine and who can't protect
So I'm basically saying this is really the point. Hey, Kay, I'm not anybody's hero. I never asked to be somebody to look up to or see anything in any way whatsoever. The whole point is this. If you disrespect Bill Willie, you're going to get disrespected. If you talk that shit, talk about how you want to do this and do that to me, you better bring your bitch ass. You better bring your bitch ass. You understand what I'm saying? You better actually show up and do the shit you claim you want to do, nigga.
Drives the truck for a living.
And then you're threatening my life, nigga. Your family gonna die for that shit, nigga.
Does anyone
That's
else
the
know a
truth. You let the
superhero who
world come
drives
out
an
of your
18
mouth. You
wheeler
put
for
it
a
back
living?
on yourself.
I don't know any such superhero.
Anytime I want you to understand that. Hey, take that in. Anytime you say something out of line and start up and all that weird shit with me, all you're doing is keeping that shit back on yourself, nigga. Keep claiming all of this nonsense, nigga. I'm not you. We live completely different lives. Stop. You a bitch nigga. Raised by bitch niggas. You don't know nothing about no blood, nigga.
He was a journalist.
There's a difference.
But yeah, I don't know if the dirty, nasty Hebrew Israelite truck driving superhero. I haven't seen that series. Maybe it's good. I don't know. I haven't seen.
What y'all want to talk about? Oh, my bad.
No, you're fine. You know what? Let's just move on. That's fine. I think we can address that. I don't want to stretch any further because I know both of you. I've had convos with both of you. Let's just have a grown gentleman's agreement and just move on from this. You've lashed out, cursed each other, fine. You let it all out. At the end of the day, let's keep it chill. It is chillism. Keep it respectful as we can. You guys go digest on it. Go home, have dinner, be with your wives, your loved ones, whatever it is. Tomorrow morning, we'll come back refreshed. Right? Everyone has been entertained. I'm seeing some fucked up things in the chat saying let them shoot each other. Who would care? You guys, I don't care if you're black, I don't care if you're American or if you're Nigerian. You're my brothers. I mean, I don't like seeing men fight. I'm sorry. You guys can crash out. It's entertaining, but it's gotten to a
Shut
point.
that shit up, nigga. Let them niggas fight. Shut up, bitch. Shut up.
Let it fly. So anyway, Louis and Lion, I hope you guys have heard of this to both of you personally. So it's all good, my G. Just keep it a buck, keep it respectful. Just move on.
What the fuck? Anyway.
Yo, the cranberries, alright. Listen, man.
My G, my guy, don't free him now. Free him. No, listen to this kid.
I'm cool, bro. I'm gonna wake up tomorrow and come in here and not think about it.
Okay.
Let's not believe the lie that Lion doesn't think about this nigga.
Yo, can I speak to fucking She-Wolf, bro? Can I speak to She-Wolf?
I didn't even know this pussy.
Yo, can I speak to She-Wolf, bro?
Honestly, bro.
Yo, Cranberry, shut your bitch ass up, bro. Nobody cares what you think, nigga. You haven't heard a fly in your life. We can hear it in your voice. Go study, G. Go study. No, go study, bro. Nobody cares. This is real nigga shit, bro. Niggas is talking about killing each other, bro. You don't do that. Get out the way. Get out the way. AK coming through. Shut your bitch ass up, nigga. We don't care about you. Shut up. Shut up. Thank you. So She-Wolf.
None of y'all niggas is really about it for real. Like,
Me neither.
Y'all niggas pulled out a gun and killed no motherfucking body.
Exactly.
Talking about.
I'm right there with you. Alright, the female thing. I feel like if I say female and you think of a dog or an animal, that's something on you. It's already implied if I say female that I'm talking about a human. You hear me, She-Wolf?
Yeah, I hear you. Exactly.
So that's the only thing I'm saying.
Female is not exclusive to human females.
I understand that.
That's the thing, right?
Okay.
So
Okay.
that's why we prefer. I'm just telling you why we prefer women.
Okay. Okay.
We know what you mean.
I think she's saying like it just feels like you're stripping the humanity.
No, that's good. I get it. I never heard that, and I'm glad she told me. And it makes sense. But I just want her to know my intention when I'm saying female.
We know your intention. I'm telling you why women don't like it.
Okay, thank you.
Look.
But yo, in response to Cranberry, in response to Cranberry, like, bro, like, I'm gonna come in here tomorrow, not thinking about it. But the issue is, this nigga likes throwing little shots.
Don't respond.
Yeah, but like, I'm just trying to dispel the lies, right? Like, it could be like, don't respond, cool, I can move that way, but like, I just have to dispel the lies that, I don't think about this nigga. I didn't even know he was talking about me and I wasn't here.
It goes back to what I'm saying. Y'all think that because somebody said something, we supposed to just hear it, Louis. Somebody lied on you, Louis. If somebody lied on you, that don't mean we just believe it, bro. That's what I'm saying. You don't gotta fight for your life every comment.
I hear what you're saying, but the thing is, it's not every comment. That's the thing, is most of the comments I let blow by. Most of the time he does that little slick shit. I'm like, whatever, he's trying to realize. The conversation is more important right now.
And I don't think he's singling you out. Maybe other people know. Louis, that's fair, bro. I don't think he's singling you out, because Lion has done that to everybody.
I'm just trying to let y'all know, like, yo, this faggot ass nigga deserves every word that comes to him, every insult.
So wait, you gonna kill him over a debate? That's crazy, gay, bro. That shit sound weird.
But that being said, I can be cool, bro. I have been cool, right?
Lion, you're not killing shit, bro. Your family is not threatened. Nobody's going to die. Y'all just weird. Because I want to.
Damn. But mind you,
why is you sitting here watching? Yes, sir. Why are you watching them talk about each other's family members, kids, and fucking wife, and killing each other? Why are you sitting there watching that shit like it's Jerry Springer? Oh, you want a Jerry Springer episode? Yeah, you want a Jerry Springer episode.
This is the thing about niggas, bro. When they get pissed off and mad, they forget everything that happens in the past, right? So I say that to... Oh, wait.
This nigga still... I'm just trying to find out what's going on, man. Just came in the room.
Eric trying to stop us from stopping the fight.
I'm trying to be a referee.
And Eric is mad because a commercial came on during his Jerry Springer episode.
This nigga wanna
fucking see motherfuckers tussle on the stage.
Ain't nobody coming here to tell you to get in the middle of the fight.
Ain't nobody had to tell me.
Less than 15 seconds. I just want to say your arc in real life. I will really slap the dog shit.
You gonna have to jump, bitch.
Why did I feel like that was coming?
How tall are you?
I ain't that tall. I'm 5'10".
Yeah, bro. Like mind you, I was modded earlier this morning, right? I was a mod when that conversation happened.
I'ma get you.
I was a mod when the Epstein conversation happened. I was able, like, he'll let you tell it. Let him tell it. I'm just trying to throw everyone who disagrees with me, but for a good 30, shut your bitch ass up, nigga. For a good 30, 40 minutes into the beginning of that conversation, I was on mute, listening. All right? It was actually Tim at the time who was he kind of took the reins. Shut up, bitch ass nigga. Shut up, bitch ass nigga. Shut up, bitch ass nigga.
Tell the truth.
I know, bitch ass nigga. I know lies come so easy to you. So when you hear the truth, it sounds like a lie.
Bro, let me
just let you know this is the truth, right? So the conversation had developed, and after Lion was just finished wiping his chin after sucking Tim's dick off, talking about, you're a great mod, man. Yeah, you be so awesome for the mod. Like, it's just how you handle that mod position, just how that green bee look on you. Yeah, you look so good with that green bee. Just dick sucking, pretty much, right? Dick sucking for the most part, right? And then right after that,
I'm sorry for laughing, Lion. That don't mean I think it's true.
He's just being that lying ass trainer like that we all know him to be. None of that.
But we was here, bro.
I know you was, but I don't know. You might you might side with a lying ass nigga because
See?
he needs some
That's what you think.
Lion does this all the time. But yeah, my fault. Something had just come up. But yeah, like this nigga, after it was like not even 10 minutes removed after he was just sucking Tim off, he had wiped his chin off, and then Tim brought up the conversation about the Epstein files, right? And about like we just get to talking about Epstein or whatever. I'm listening this whole time, right? He's talking about how do you feel about Donald Trump or whatever? Because the whole time, yes, it was the topic of it had gone to a congressional vote. I think it was like 400 and something Democrats and only like 5 or 2 Republicans, and they needed 2 more Republican votes for them to get it passed to release the Epstein files, right? That was the topic Tim had brought up, right? After this, mind you, after Lion was wiping after he had wiped his chin, all the saliva was from like the nut on his chin. But right after that, shut your bitch ass up, pussy. After that,
you and your faggot daddy.
After that, Tim gets to ask in line, like, so what do you think? What do you think about Trump? Because like, the question was the kind of topic at the time. Mind you, I'm on mute this whole time. The topic in the room at the time was, is Trump? Does Trump want the files released or not? People are talking about, I think he does. Tim was saying, I think Trump doesn't want these files released. I think he's implicated or whatever. The same kind of Epstein file talk, right? Then I hear Tim ask Lion like, he asked Lion, but Lion, what about when Trump? Why is it that all the time Trump like kind of tries to wave away the Epstein files when they come up, or he tries to make it seem like it's not important? Lion was like, I don't know. And I'm like, wait, there's instances of Trump trying to hand wave the evidence. I know, look, the truth hurts the devil. A demon will always scream when the truth is being told. Mind you, listen, everyone, just pay attention, right? So at the time, right, where were we? Yeah, so he's like, I'm just putting my volume down. It's cool, I got you, buddy. Yeah, so, I'm doing the same thing. Yeah, so Tim's asking, well, what about this time Trump said this? He's trying to hand wave the Epstein files again in this instance and this instance. And Lion's like, listen, I don't want to hear anything that comes from a magazine or some media report that's not from Donald Trump's mouth, right? Like, and we're like, but this is when I come off mic. I'm like, Donald, but he actually, don't you remember? Because I remember exactly, I was walking. I remember where I was when I asked him this question. I was on mute the whole time, mind you. Louis, who always mods emotionally, right, and doesn't allow people to disagree, right? I heard him like kind of go back and forth talking about, Donald Trump is oblivious. He's innocent, right? And then I took that moment to come off mic and ask, hey, wait, Lion, you mean you didn't see that that White House press briefing when a journalist asked him about Jeffrey Epstein, and he tried to say like, Jeffrey Epstein, didn't he die like years ago? Like, why are we still talking about Epstein? You didn't see that? And Lion said, no, I didn't see that. I was like, that's crazy. Right, the conversation kind of progresses a little, and then Lion makes the statement like, hey, look. Lion makes the statement, hey, look, listen, I just want to sit back and wait for it all to unfold, and when the Epstein files come out, if Donald Trump is on there, then he's on there. If not, then it's on. But I just want to sit back and let it unfold, right? That's what Lion said, right? And then Tim challenged that immediately, and he's like, well, Lion, I don't think that's the case. I don't think you are just sitting back. I think you're like willfully like dodging like evidence that we're giving you, right? We're giving you 2 examples of Donald Trump kind of like hand waving away the Jeffrey Epstein files, and he was hell bent on this thing like, I need to where has he said it? Where has he said that other thing was a hoax or something, that the Epstein files were a hoax? And I'm like, I have a clip. I played the clip. I did not unknowingly, it was the wrong clip, right? I played the wrong clip, but he's talking about the Epstein files, but not in the but not in the capacity that would fulfill what Lion was asking for, right? And I admitted that, right? So, and all the while I was looking for the correct clip. All the while, Rich and Lion are on stage, like celebrating. Oh, look, he can't even produce the clip. It's not even like that. This dumbass. That clip doesn't even say what he's saying, right? So I'm like, all right, whatever. Boom. I find the clip. I am Mike. I play the clip of Donald Trump saying not once, not three, not four, not five times that the Epstein files, the Epstein situation was a hoax by the Democrats. That's verbatim from Donald Trump's mouth, right? So I'm like, yo, there's the clip. This should suffice, right? This fulfills, right? You asked, where's the clip of him saying it's a hoax? Here it is, Lion. Now Lion wants to go back. Wait, I never said that. I never said that he never said that. Wait, weren't you the one? Wait, what? Weren't you the one who just, weren't you the one just celebrating with Rich? Wasn't it you just celebrating with Rich that, oh, look, this dickhead chose the wrong clip. He's not even talking about it's a hoax, right? But yeah, and at this point, this is where things start to go south, right? This is how we've arrived where we are now. This is where things start to go south, where he starts to see it unravel, and he's like, damn, I'm kind of dead to rights. So what do? The old trusty dusty shot at your dead mama. All right? And he actually, I ignored the first shot at my dead mama, right? There was a couple, he does it a lot. He does it a lot. He thinks it's a little sleight of hand, a little jab. But I notice it every single time, right? He does it twice. He says that little oh, mama's boy, traumatized mama this, mama that. He says it a couple of times.
It's true.
And all the while, I'm just trying to explain my point. I'm just trying to get the point out. I'm trying to dismantle Lion's argument. All the while Lion chooses first to go down and dirty, right? To throw a low blow. So let it be known, the first low blow today was thrown by Lion. And Louis just retaliated, as always, just for the record. But yeah, while I was trying to explain, dismantle his argument or whatever, he's yelling, he's hooting, he's hollering. I move him down, right? He comes back up. I'm trying to complete my thought, whatever. He's hooting, he's hollering, he's trying to drown me out. And then I move him down again. I gave him 3 warnings, then move him down the second time.
No, you did.
Right? And then it became, I think I left the room, and then I came back to hey, Louis, why did you move Lion down? Because he was being a disruptive asshole. Because he was being a disruptive asshole. Not because Louis' heart was on his sleeve, and he was biasedly moderating the conversation. Of course not. The conversation was well underway, and I was moderating it. I was here listening the whole time. Not giving my 2 cents in, allowing the conversation to develop, right? That's why I came in with a question. I didn't come in with a statement. I came in with a question. Why? Because there was already a conversation underway. You were already intermingling. You were already espousing your ideas, right? And I had a question. That's why I asked, wait, you didn't see that? You didn't see that interview? That was the first thing I said in the whole Epstein conversation, right?
And I said, no, I haven't seen it.
Right.
So
when these niggas have the opportunity to craft a narrative, right? When a lot of people weren't there to witness it, we get the lies that we get when we hear what Lion say. And even when Gustavo paints a picture, I think this kind of controlled me. But whatever, one way or either way. But the narrative that I was so emotionally invested in the conversation that I had, I took to over moderating. No, that's dead. I was moderating a rambunctious asshole who was over talking on stage. That's what happened today with Lion. And if I'm not allowed to do it, and if as a mod I don't have those powers, that's okay. I accept that. I understand that now. But what I understood was when there's a retard screaming and hollering and hootering and trying to drown out other opinions on the stage, that person needs to take a break for a little bit. That's what I understood. And that's all that happened. If anything, I'll you know what? You got me. With Jacobus yesterday, I kicked him out. I didn't have to. I understand that. Right? I fully understand that, right? But if you're telling me that me moving this ass, I didn't even kick him. I just moved him down because he was disruptive, right? If you're telling me that if I'm moderating and if someone's talking and this asshole is doing what he's doing right now and I can't move him down, then I'm confused. I'm just confused as to what a moderator is and cannot do. That's all.
Alright, good. Alright.
He's so upset. Someone else could talk for a long time and it's not him. He just has to get in there. He just has to get. I know I was talking long and I prolonged it just because your bitch ass kept fucking panting under me, bro. Like a fucking fly flying in my ear. Yeah, what part of that story was a lie? Yeah, everything, yeah, from the top to bottom, right, I'm sure.
First of all, Stegler came off the mic to confirm exactly my
Yeah.
Chaos came
Yeah, so what part was wrong? Let's start from the beginning. So you had sucked Tim's dick, right? You had wiped your chin, right? You had brought up the topic about Epstein, right? So what part are we, how wrong am I from now, right?
Anybody that opposes your position.
Alright, so you had wiped your chin off after blowing Tim, talking about, oh, you're such a great mod, Tim. Oh, Tim, oh, no, you sound good, come on, man. Oh, Tim, you'd be so good. Dick slapping on face. Then after that, you wiped your chin and Tim got a conversation going, right? Right? What part is wrong about that?
Anyone that disagrees, you see what he does.
I just don't respect you, so I'm gonna talk over you, pussy, and I'm not modded. They're letting me do this to you right now, nigga. They're letting me treat you like this right now, nigga. Yeah, okay, so anyways, yeah. Can you point out the lie? Point out one lie.
Yeah, I did.
One lie, just one.
Yeah, real quick.
Hurry up, bitch. Hurry up, bitch. Point out one lie.
Never gave my position.
Hey, faggot, point out one lie.
I just did.
Quicker, dumbass. I know you grew up in remedial school, but yes, one lie.
I grew up.
One lie, lying. Faster.
I'm doing, nigga.
Faster. Give me a lie. Faster. Oh, so there's no lie. You're just gonna talk around. You just want to talk. You want to hear yourself speak as per usual. Is that it?
Let him get it all out.
Name a lie. Which lie, Lion? Where's the lie, Lion?
I never gave any position at all. This nigga just rambled on and made a position for me, even though I never gave one. That's the lie, number one. And everybody corroborated that one.
No, what you did was even more cowardly, right? What you did was even more cowardly, right? What you did was more cowardly than that. What you did was you had a position, right? And that position was evident by you haphazardly hand-waving all the evidence that was presented to you, right? So you have it in your mind made up of your position, clearly, right? But what you did, like the little weaselly, cowardly faggot bitch you are, was say, hey, I'm just going to sit back and wait for it to all ravel out. Which was the easy way out. Which was a lie. And which was a lie that Tim recognized, right? Which is why he called you out immediately when you said that. And when he said, wait, no, Lion, that's bullshit, Lion. I think that was his words verbatim. Wait, Lion, that's bullshit that you're just waiting and sitting back, right? You clearly have taken a side. And that side, and the evidence for you taking that side is the fact that you're hand waving it. Like, wait, look, we're telling you what happened. You're saying, I don't know. That's just the media. If it doesn't come from his mouth, I don't want to hear it. It seems like you're kind of biased, right? And I think Tim rightly called that out. So for you to say, even you right now saying, look, even you cowardly right now saying, oh, I didn't take a side. Yeah, that's the point. That's what we were pointing out, dickhead. That's what we were pointing out at the time, dickhead, is that clearly you have taken a side, right? That's what we were trying to elaborate, Lion. Is that you clearly have taken a side and you're feigning, partiality and like, oh, look, we'll just let it play out. Because we were asking you some pretty tough questions. Because we told you some pretty damning things concerning the topic that were said from Donald Trump, right? And you weren't willing to accept that. And so instead of saying, hey, yeah, Donald Trump shouldn't say that, or yeah, that's kind of damning on Donald Trump's part, what you chose to do was say, hey, look, I'll sit back and we'll talk about it later. We'll see what happens when it unravels.
Free Jazzy,
That's what happened. You cowards. So again, I'm going. You're a bullshitter, and there's nothing more I love than to pick apart the bullshit that oozes out of the mouth of a bullshitter, right? So again, even you saying right now,
Your knowledge brings Azzy up.
suspecting people who aren't here for the conversation. You say, I didn't take a position. No shit, Sherlock. That's what you were being pressed about, right? That was the no shit, Sherlock. That was the root of the conversation. That was the reason for the line of questioning, dickhead. Right? And if you didn't have such resentment for college educated people, if you went to college, maybe you're a little better. Maybe you'd be able to pick that up. Was that, yes, Lion, the whole point of him calling you out, the whole point of my line of questioning was to illuminate to the room, to the stage that, oh, this nigga does have a position. He clearly does have a position, right? It's evident